Hey everybody, this is Wes. I am the Midlife Rider, and it's a beautiful Saturday morning out here. I hope everybody can hear me. It's a little windy. Of course, I picked the windy time to get out here and try to vlog. In my last video, I talked to you guys about what happened to me down at the Chaos Rally. And again, shout out to the Small Bore Corps DMV for putting on a tremendous rally. It was my first time down at the rally, and I won the grand prize in their yearly raffle. I won a Vespa, 2014 Vespa GTS EI, and it has arrived. It was delivered to me this past week, and I wanted to take this opportunity to show it to you guys. So let's take a look. And here she is, my beautiful, new to me 2014 Vespa 300 IE. EI, I think it's IE. She is a beaut. Never in a million years did I expect to win. No, that's not true. I expected to win. I wanted to win. It was kind of a running theme in our household because my wife wanted a Vespa. She was like, oh, I want a Vespa, oh, I want a Vespa. And before I left for the rally, she was like, you know, make sure you bring home my Vespa. And when I got there and told her I was there safely, she says to me, that's great. I was praying for you guys. Bring home my Vespa. And when my number was called, I was quite surprised. I was still surprised, shocked, happy, elated that that we had won the grand prize. So this is her. Now, she's I forget the correct number of cc's, but this bike is something else. I've had an opportunity to ride her around a bit, and I got to tell you, I have another 300 class scooter at the house. I have a Kimco X-Town 300, and I mean, in terms of quickness, I don't think it compares. Off the line, this is just a different animal. And I was never like I'm a Vespa guy, or I've never ridden a Vespa before this. So she's got her. I had never ridden a Vespa before this, so I was quite surprised at just how this thing moves. She takes premium gas too. But this is her. There's the engine down there. It is quite the machine, and we are so excited to have her. Now, our plans for this bike are quite simple. This is probably going to end up being my wife's bike if she takes care of the things that she needs to take care of. She needs to get her motorcycle license, and then she'll be able to ride this bike. Now, when you win something, right? How many of y'all know nothing's for free? It would be irresponsible of me to just give this bike to my wife and say, here you go, have at it. So I got to get another bike for her to learn on. Something maybe a little bit smaller, a little bit tamer, so that she can get her feet wet, and then move up to the bigger Vespa. So we're thinking maybe a Vespa 50 or maybe some kind of 50cc bike, or maybe 150cc bike that she can ride until she's ready to ride the big girl here. But why don't you guys come along with me? We're going to take her out for a little cruise and see what she can do. Whew. It is windy, like I said, and I'm not 100% sure how well you guys are going to be able to hear me. Let me move this mic. Let me try to move this mic. Maybe if I put it in here, I don't know if that's going to do it. We'll put that down. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. It's super windy. One of the things that I've discovered about this bike right away is that before I do anything, all right, how are you, sir? Good, good. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, oh yeah. And the ships go up and down. Uh-oh. Yeah, so one thing that I've discovered about this bike is that I'm going to need to get a windscreen, because just driving slow around the neighborhood, you get hit square in the chest with all of the wind, because there's no windscreen here, which, you know, with my other bikes, I'm not 100% used to. But let's go for a ride and see what she does. As you can see, she takes off like a rocket ship. I mean, and I'm not being heavy on the throttle. This is just the acceleration on this bike. Before you know it, you're at 40, 50 miles an hour. And it is, woo, refreshing. It makes me wonder, well, do my other bikes need a tune-up? I don't know. But this puppy, she'll get down the road on you, and you know, it's totally capable of highway speeds. I don't know how much highway I would want to do on this bike, but you know, it'll do it. This thing will do just about anything and everything you ask it to do. So it's quite a capable machine. And again, I feel so blessed to have won it. You know, we're so lucky. And I've been jokingly saying that I can't wait till next year to go back to Chaos and win again 2 years in a row. You know, tongue in cheek, obviously. Of course, we'd love to do it. We're definitely going to show up and try to do it. But just a really good organization down there. They put on a fine rally. The people are just amazing, very welcoming, nice folks. And if you are in the Northeast, or even heading out into Ohio, Michigan, you want to check out the Chaos Rally. I mean, what other rally raffles off a working titled bike every year? I mean, you know, you can look them up on Facebook groups. It's the Small Bore Corps, and they're a quality organization. So we're in a 50-mile-an-hour zone here. But you can see this bike has a little over 14,000 miles on it. But she feels brand new. She really does. She feels brand new. You know, I was told they didn't have to do very much work to it at all. They slapped a new battery in it, and you know, checked everything, you know, the oil, and you know, put some gas in it, and that was it. Actually, I don't even think they put gas in it, because I had to put gas in it. I think they just had the gas that was in it. So when I got it, it had 13,998 miles on it, and so now it's got 14,043 miles on it. So I've been riding it around the neighborhood a little bit. It takes a little getting used to. The suspension feels different. The wheels are smaller. I think there's 12-inch wheels on this. So it's a little different feel, but different doesn't mean bad. I mean, it's not bad. So if we jump on it here, you see, she gets moving pretty quick. I'm at 50 miles an hour already. I need to slow down because I don't want to get a ticket on this road. Sometimes I feel like they don't like me in this town anyway. But, yeah. I'm loving the Vespa, so as soon as my wife gets her skills up, we'll be able to go on some adventures together, some scootering adventures. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. That'll be fun. I'll get her to join up with my scooter club, my scooter gang, the Philadelphia Scooterist Club. Another fine group of people. I'm so lucky to have been able to hook up with. Of course, I live in South Jersey, and the Philadelphia Scooterist Club is probably the closest club to me, to my location. I'm only 15 minutes from Philadelphia. We're right outside of Philadelphia, and I work in Center City, so it was a natural fit for me to join the Philadelphia Scooterist Club. And again, those are the folks that, told me about the rally, and they were like, oh, you definitely don't want to miss this rally, and it's the best one, and they weren't lying. They weren't lying. This was a heck of a rally, and I was very happy to support with the buying of raffle tickets and to support, and even if I didn't win, I would have been happy to support once I got there and saw what a fine product that they were producing, that they put out for the scooterists who were interested in group riding and getting together and sharing common interests, and having a few adult beverages and lying to each other about their bikes and how fast they go and how much they cost and all that jazz, all that good stuff, right? It was good, clean, fun, very diverse group of folks, and there was, no real drama. It was just a weekend of fun. So again, if you're of interest, I would say if you get a chance next year when they have Chaos 6, you want to be involved. You want to get out there. And people come in, they ride down. I rode down. Me and Scooter Wolf rode down on our maxi scooters. I got a Bergman 650, and he's riding a Kimco AK 550. So we rode down on the highways. A lot of folks took the back roads, but there were people trailering their bikes in. We saw a couple with Ohio plates on the highway, trailering their bike to the rally. It was another Bergman, I think a Bergman 400. So here we are out at Red Bank Battlefield, and you see there's a plane landing over at the Philadelphia International Airport. This shows you how close I actually am to Philadelphia. This park here, I used to be a park ranger at this park when I was in college in the summers. I would park ranger here as my summer gig. But yeah, so that's the Vespa GTS IE that is new to me, new to my family, ready to start her life here in New Jersey. The day I got it, I had an appointment at Motor Vehicle to get tags and registration, and I was riding her that day. So I wasn't going to mess around with this puppy. I love it. She's nimble, and I'm just looking forward to all of the fun that we're going to have with this bike. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you on the next one.